And we start off with the men's shot put in the F33 category. And the first person we will see is Daniel Schaal of Germany, who has already experienced the top of the podium so far, winning gold in the F34 discus. Have to go some, Will, to make it a double hit.
Yeah, good morning, Nigel. It's a very strong field in this. 4 of the 5 starters of medals so far at these IPC Athletics European Championships. Daniel Schaal winning gold in the discus and the javelin. Alexander Kruseman of Russia, silver in the javelin, which is what Sinofsky of Britain achieved in the discus, ahead of Evgeny Malik of Russia. Yanis Katradis has got a lot to do to get onto the medals podium. He has the shortest personal best, and it was set this year. So this F33 shot put, which has been dominated by Algeria. In the last 3 global championships, they've had the clean sweep of the last 2 World Games in Lyon and Christchurch, and at London 2012 also. So let's see if Schaal can get something on the board here early on to set the standard this morning. That's a good throw. It's very close to 10 meters. His lifetime best set this year is 10.25. In terms of the rankings going into this year, he's lying in 3rd place. Not his strongest event, but can he do a clean sweep and a hat-trick of gold medals? 9.86 for Schaal to get underway. And this is one of these events where you have a couple of practice throws and then all 6 throws in rotation, a break after the first 3. So this is an event which, apart from the athletes being locked in and out of their chair, will be over very quickly indeed. Other finals this morning, lots of them. Women's javelin throw, F34, the next category up. We've got 5 in that, and plenty of successful athletes right through the field will be in that. And that's got a nice distance, just shy again of 12 meters.
And all the athletes here this morning will appreciate the conditions. It was very, very difficult for the field events in the afternoon session yesterday with the driving rain and high winds. It's a bit brisk here today, but we do have some very warm and pleasant sunshine. So if you do have some time, that's a foul for Schaal, second time around. There will be some top-class athletics to enjoy all the way through until around 7 o'clock this evening. So 3rd attempt for Schaal, 41-year-old. And 4 of the 5 competitors in this have already picked up a medal during these championships so far.
It's a very competitive field in this, and they regularly compete against each other. It's an event which, as I say, has got major Northern African dominance at a worldwide level, in the same way that Brazil dominate the sprints in the T11s and 12s.
Gone over 10 meters there for the first time today. 10.25 is his personal best set this season.
Can I drink?
He looks to be some way over that there. Time to take on some refreshment as well in the sunshine. He made to wait a long time here, but this should be a new personal best. His intention will just be to set a marker for the others to try and match. We've often had quite long delays early on in the day's competition, just to sort out the measuring mechanisms. Kieran Sinofsky on a silver in the F33 discus will be going for Great Britain, and it's 10:26, and that's a personal best for Daniel Schall halfway through.
He's beaten his lifetime best by 1 centimetre, but it's given him a very good position here. In terms of the rankings going into this, he's looking likely for bronze, but anything's possible on the day. Season's best of Sinofsky is behind Schall, but his lifetime best is beyond Malik and Kruseman. The two Russians look as if they'll be in a class of their own, but depends how that's going to pan out in this competition. So Schall ready for his final 3 throws in this round 4.
Maybe it's the case he's finding his rhythm here, and he certainly seems to be. He is over 10 meters again. Around the same area of his previous throw of 10:26. 10:35 for the second successive round. He breaks his lifetime best. And we may yet have a third appearance on top of the podium here from Daniel Schall if he maintains this improvement.
It's a fabulous morning for the German athlete so far.
Fabulous morning all round compared to what we experienced last night.
There's been quite a bit of rain overnight because there's still a few damp patches in the infield, but they'll dry up the longer the sun comes out. It's a lovely morning here. Must be around 18, 19 Celsius, which is nice for here.
Says a man coming from Ireland.
Oh, we're used to it. Now that is around the same mark. He is well into his rhythm. He's having a fabulous morning. He's already pulled off the 2 best throws of his life, and that might be another one.
This is really impressive here from Daniel Schall. Kruseman of Russia has thrown over 12 meters this season. He should be the man to beat.
I must go too forward.
It's been given as a foul, and that looked as if it might be even longer.
Must have lifted. You have to maintain contact with the chair at all times, and a number of athletes so far in the throwing events in these categories have questioned the rulings. There are a number of people watching to see if that sort of contact is maintained. So here is his final attempt to set a marker for the rest of the field to follow.
That's another one beyond 10 meters. Might be just shy of what he's thrown already this morning, although it's not going to be very far away if it is. But he's had 2 excellent throws. He's improved his lifetime best twice, improved it by 10 centimeters up towards 10:35. That might just be beyond his lifetime best going into this competition. If he does improve, it'll only be by a couple of centimeters, but Schall has had a very fruitful morning. It'll put him on the podium and keep him in the podium for quite a bit of the competition, but will he stay there until morning's end? Well, very tentative for him. And he's had a golden week so far, winning both the discus and the javelin. There's a versatility in the IPC scene that you don't see elsewhere. Well, my word, that is fabulous. 10:42, it's his third lifetime best of the morning, and that really does set the standard wonderfully. He's improved his personal best 3 times by 17 centimetres, and Daniel Scheil is our early leader, and that is quite a healthy target he's set.
That is what you want to see from all of the competitors here. Raising the bar, extending themselves. We have a great start to the morning there from Daniel Scheil.
Well, that's very encouraging for him. And obviously his competition is now over, apart from having to sit and watch everybody else have their go and try and knock him off his perch.
Alexander Krupin of Russia will go next. Silver for him in the javelin. He comes into this with the best throw of the season so far in this category of 12 meters, 10 centimeters.
Well, those lifetime bests and those season's bests are a very good form guide as to where the medals should go. And Scheil now can only hope for an off day for Krupin and Malik. Malik, a marvellous competitor who's medalled in so many different events in the field and on the track down through the years.
So Krupin will make his way to the circle now. And don't forget, you can follow the results of this event and all the events live from here in Swansea at swansea2014.com. We can get to that via paralympics.org, and we're on Twitter at IPC Athletics if you have any comments to make about the championships, and use the hashtag Swansea2014. Malu van Rijn will be on the track in around 40 minutes time in the women's 400 meters T44. We've also got a 100 meters final for the men in the T52 coming up. And that's scheduled for 9:38, so we have plenty of field action, both the men's shot put here and the women's javelin in the F34 category, which will be starting in about 15 minutes or so. And that includes Birgit Koba of Germany, the reigning world champion. A personal best of 27:45, but she's not gone beyond 19 meters this season. But she will be an extremely warm favorite to pick up another major honor. As will this man. Alexander Krupin.
Well, he's having the season of his life. His lifetime best set this year of 12 meters 10. And even if he comes within 1.5 meters of that, he'll be in the gold medal position. So the fate of Daniel Scheil is out of his own hands, but he's done as much as he can. It's a lifetime best, and it's by a good margin, almost 1/4 meter.
And it's the only event currently taking place on the field or the track. But we will have a number of athletics finals on the track taking place this morning, as well as the medal ceremonies recognizing some of the achievements which took place late yesterday. Before then, the 20-year-old from Russia, Alexander Krupin, will have a couple of practice throws first of all, just to try and rediscover some rhythm.
Okay, thank you. All right. 1 minute for practice. All right. Okay.
And if you are wondering and come from outside the United Kingdom, all of the officials here have the word official written on the backs of their sweatshirts in both English and Welsh. We're very much bilingual in this part of the United Kingdom. There's a couple of warm-ups. I think he's fired up for it.
Well, Kruseman certainly in the mood to do some damage. He's won a silver medal here so far. That was in the Javelin behind Shile. Sinofsky won silver in the discus. He comes next. Malik, bronze in the discus. He's after him. So Kruseman, let's see. Personal standard he can set for himself with this opening round throw. And that looks to be the lead already. And Shile was sitting pretty for a while, but not anymore.
That's close to 11 meters, if not beyond it. 10:42, the initial target to overhaul, and he's done it straight away. 11:10, Alexander Kruseman moves into the lead, and it will take something special from all of the remaining athletes involved to remove him already.
So we have a new man in the gold medal position. And he's looking to increase his position, and that might just do it. That's well beyond 10. Certainly is capable of further of launching it beyond 12, which he's already done this year. Well, Shile would have been hoping for an off day for this man, but it has not happened. Russia back in pole position again, and that looks beyond 11 meters and probably increases his lead.
Safe to say, he is in the zone.
Keyed up for this final, a very early start. But he is wide awake, and don't the rest know it.
Circle, bit confused.
11 meters 15. We heard it verbally. Increases his lead by 5 centimeters.
The longer he goes on, the more he seems to get fired up here.
It's another good try. It's around the same mark.
12:10 is his personal best and his season's best. Just checking he got the white flag there.
Is that a white flag? Yes, yes. There was no flag on that, mate.
No lack of officials around
I
the
didn't see a flag.
10:87.
shot put circle.
8-7.
10.87 we heard, and up it comes. But each of those throws would have been good enough for the gold medal position so far. He knows there'll be a little bit of pressure coming in from his compatriot Malik, and perhaps from Sinofsky, depending on the Britain's form later on in this shot put final.
Wouldn't bet against him going beyond 12 meters by the end of this.
That is close. That is closer. Certainly an improvement on his third round attempt, without any doubt.
Сколько еще? 2? Все, собрался. Собрался!
$11.11, so not quite surpassing his best throw so far. But this is some early morning entertainment for the crowd here in Swansea, not just when Kruseman's throwing. It's a real performance.
He's got 2 throws to go, and 3 of his 4 so far being beyond 11 meters. He can throw 12, he's done that this year. Again, he's put a huge amount into that, and that's knocking around the same region.
Да, еще дай! Последний остался.
That's over 11 meters again, we can hear.
There you have it. He's tied his best of the day, 11 meters 15. Well, you can't complain that he doesn't deserve to be where he is, because each of his 5 throws would have put him into the gold medal position, and there hasn't been a single foul yet. And that is impressive. The technique and the power and the distance have been all excellent.
Что потерял?
Same again. I think he'd have been happier with a bit further overall, but so far he can't complain about his efforts. That is wrapping up 10 meters 90. It's a wonderful set of marks. Kruseman is in the gold medal position. And that's one for the next 3 men, the last 3 men in this competition to aim for.
And we will see the home favourite, Kieran Sinofsky, next into the circle. And there he is.
Yeah, 3, 2.
Well, he's already medalled at Swansea 2014.
Come on,
that
baby.
excellent silver medal in the
There we
distance.
go. Come on, Kieran. Come on, Kieran. Come on, Kieran.
Kieran, go and see if you choose.
Personal best of 10.72 came last year. He's not gone beyond 8.5 meters so far this year. And the way this competition is shaping up,
Is that where you want it?
Yeah,
you think
Happy with that?
yeah.
10 meters at least will be required to give him a chance of
Can somebody sit on it?
making
for
it
him?
into the medals.
Shotgun.
Yeah, take this last one.
There are further finals this morning that are on the way. The women's javelin and the F34. The men's shot put continues in the F12 category. That's the medium visual impairment category. Men's long jump T36. Women's long jump T42.
Pay attention. Go.
Be the first of the medal ceremonies, which will be before 10. Have a few of those to get away this morning. Also, we'll be with you until around at 12:15 UK time, 11:15 GMT, 13:15 Central European time.
And there will be an early treat for those here inside the sports village already in around 20 minutes time when Marlou van Rijn goes for her 3rd gold medal on the track. That in the women's 400 meters T44 category. And she had to work really hard to take 200 meters yesterday, pushed all the way. And that will be some early fireworks for us on the track. But the home supporters here will be hoping that Kieran Sinofsky
Put your trousers up for you before you sit down, okay?
Yeah.
Just to help.
can do something similar here in the field.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yep. Sorry, Kieran, I need to do the same again. It's just moved a little bit. Okay. And I'll tuck your shirt in as well. Okay. That's it. Perfect. No, they were there. Okay, perfect, mate. Yeah, no problem. Okay, done.
Tie that leg in there.
So Kieran Sinofsky of Britain, the 22-year-old. Well, he's one of the fine supported athletes here in Swansea this week. Just being locked into position. He'll get a couple of practice throws away and then the 6-in competition.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Currently unattached in terms of his club, and the British throws coach Jim Edwards, very busy this week, also looks after Jonathan Adams and Sam Ruddock.
Okay. Yeah.
Trying to get a good distance in his early attempts. Gets a couple of these practice throws away.
So he will warm up before he has 6 throws for real here.
Don't put me off.
So let's see what standard he can set for himself early on in this competition. It was the 2nd and 5th throws that were the best for Kruseman. For Scheil, it was actually his last. He improved as it went on. So this should be the first proper throw in competition for Kieran Sinofsky. And just getting the bindings reset. Has to work very hard to be competitive today, but in terms of lifetime best, he has excelled previously, capable of hitting the medals today in this men's shot put F33, which is among the cerebral palsy categories. Now that is shy of 10 meters. That's around 8 or 9, which has been around his form this year. getting various advice. Now that, again, shy of 10 meters, possibly around 8, just beyond that. But he knows immediately that further will be needed in order to get among the medals today. I think there's not much doubt about that. 8:48, his season's best. Lifetime best is 10:72. And that is 8:38, puts him into third place. There's 2 more to go and 5 more throws also. So we go back to the shot put, and Sinofsky of Britain, who's looking to get something beyond 10 meters if he can. 8:38, 8:47, 8:17 his throws so far. He's just around 2 meters behind Daniel Scheil of Germany, who's lying in second place. Well, you can see a red flag has come up for that 4th attempt. Only 2 more to go. Having to deal with a field that's very strong, and that again around 8 meters. .847 is best so far, and still Evgeny Malek of Russia to come, of which a lot will be expected. He will be tilting for gold against his compatriot. 8:17 for Sinofsky. Peak coming in round 2 so far. Still a bit of strength in reserve, he will hope. Here it is, his last throw, and that looks to be around the same mark. So there's 2 men to go, and Sinofsky will be hanging on to bronze.
And it may be a very tenuous grip.
Yeah.
Take it off, it's fine.
That was 7:91, so Sinofsky peaks at 8:47, and he lies third with 2 men to go, and his competition is over. He has to sit and wait and see how the rest do now.
So Alexander Krupin, 11:15, setting the standard for Russia. Daniel Scheil, 10:42. And Sinofsky of Great Britain, 8:47. And he will be fortunate to remain in the bronze medal position.
Now with some representatives from BP.